Hey everyone, it's Jen with Spirited Saturdays, and this week we are talking about self-esteem and developing a healthy sense of self-esteem. The way I look at it is like this. There are different ways of connecting with yourself. There are different ways of experiencing yourself. I think it can kind of go in the order of there's loving yourself, loving, accepting, trusting yourself, and that is the stuff that is way deep inside, that is not conditional upon any sense of how much you like yourself, and it's not conditional upon where you are in your recovery. It's about a very core respect for who you are and yourself, regardless of what point you're at in your journey. So it's kind of in a sense a respect for your soul, your deeper self, your higher self, whatever you want to call it. That's not manifested in your physical body. It's like a deeper love for yourself. And so there's that. And then there's there's a part that kind of the next one up, maybe if you look at it as like the outer layers. I think the next one would be liking yourself, and I think that is what self-esteem is. I think self-esteem relates to the personality liking the person, like liking itself. And I think that just as we are all deserving of loving ourselves and accepting ourselves, and that there's no debate there. There doesn't have to be an argument. We are just as deserving of liking ourselves. And liking yourself can be very hard when you're not where you want to be in your life yet. But I think the beauty of liking yourself is liking whatever it is about you that got you from some point to another point. It doesn't have to be. I think it's really about the process, and so it's about liking the process and liking how you're engaging in the process each day, and liking liking certain things about your looks. I mean, God forbid we do that, and it's like, I think it would be a great and beautiful stretch for a lot of people to start thinking about things that they like about themselves and the way that they look. And not in a superficial way. It doesn't have to mean that you're superficial or that you're only relying on that, because you're not. And I just think how you feel about your looks is an extension of how you feel about yourself on the inside. And so you can like your looks. You really can. I mean, I'm telling you, you can. And you can find certain features about yourself that you really find emanate. And one way to do it is, if you can't do it by yourself, you can kind of try and mirror it through the way others see you, or the things that somebody signed online, and when they sign on, it goes yippee. Anyway, that just means that I'm on track. Somebody's yippieing me right now. Anyway, I think that if you engage in conversation with someone and pay attention to things that they pick up on you, from you, and the things that they respond to from you, you can use them as your reflector in some ways, and just take note of some of the things that are highlighted in you. I think that, I know that everybody has endearing qualities about them, and they're not conditional. Your perception of those qualities that are endearing isn't conditional upon other, like, it's not like if somebody doesn't like that exact same quality in you, it discounts the quality. I think the likeness of it always squashes out the not likeness of it. For example, if somebody's watching this video and thinking something positive about me, I have to and then there's a part of me that can recognize that, maybe even before knowing that like they thought this, I have to align myself with that positive thought and internalize that. If there's somebody watching this video right now that's thinking something negative, not even that. If there's somebody watching this video that's thinking that the thing that I thought is positive is actually negative, and kind of using it against me, that it's like an order of it's like when you play cards and like one, like whatever, like poker or whatever, one thing like tops something else or like squashes something else. I don't know the word here, but it's the positivity it's got to be the stronger one. That's what you have to align yourself with. And I think that it's worth noting that you have this trait to begin with, and use that and just use it to identify who you are. This, I don't know, when I was in treatment, I used to like, when I would process at meals, I guess, I mean, I would just speak. I would speak openly, candidly about how I felt during the meal. And then there was somebody else in the group who I found out later had been mocking me behind my back, like mocking the way I spoke. And I honestly didn't even know what she was talking about, because I didn't even realize I had any distinctive nature to my voice at all. I was just like, I'm just speaking the words that are in my head. It's nothing special. But if I were to really think about what she said, it's not the fact, I don't have to focus on the fact that she didn't like it. I have to focus on the fact that there was something that was noticed, that there was something that was distinguishable about me, and I can turn that into something good. And screw her, like, take the power away from that. I don't care about that. I did at the time, but I definitely don't anymore. So that's a small but significant, I think, example. So I don't know, I know that my self-esteem was screwed with a lot, because when I was a kid I was bullied and just made fun of just relentlessly in school, and so it was warped, like, from a very early age. So, I never really got a chance to see myself as this whole person, but as I got older, I started noticing in others, like when I started kind of like treatment for various other things for depression. I went to a day treatment program, and I met people there who I had really meaningful relationships with, and there was a spark. I noticed something that they saw in me, and I just went off that, and I was like, all right, maybe there's something about me worth liking, and just liking. I mean, it's not like, I'm not saying I have to love everything about myself. It's just, hey, I have this unique thing about me that's kind of cool. I think that you can notice it in your day-to-day life, in the interactions that you have when you're feeling positive about yourself. The stuff that exudes from you when you're positive about yourself can seem almost like, it can seem witty, it can seem charming. And there are glimpses that I have in my interactions with people when I'm on a good, like, flow, and something good just happened, and now I'm having a really positive energy, and I'm just walking around, and I feel that anybody that I come into contact with is going to get that positive energy from me, and it's just going to kind of keep feeding off and building, and then it kind of stays, it like resonates, So I don't know, that was not a full sentence. However, I feel, you just got to recognize when you're being you, like in your most endearing, in your wittiest, in your cutest, in your wisest, in your, smartest moments, in your strengths. Really recognize all those things. And if you need external markers, think, like, I read this book, it was very interesting to me, that says something about me, even if you can't, like, gather it from inside, like, hey, I saw a book on the street. I did once, actually. There's the free books just on the street, and there was a book about dimensions, and I was like, hell yeah, I want to get that, and it was free. And so if I ever have to think about, like, if I'm having like a void moment where I don't feel there's anything distinguishable about me or anything that warrants me liking who I am, I can reach outward, and I could think, oh, I had that book, I took that book, what that book said something, it spoke to me, I thought it was interesting, what does that say about me? And yeah, and also if you're worrying that you're only your eating disorder, try and mark little things throughout the day that define you in other ways. So literally just go throughout the day, and whatever you're doing that's not eating disorder related, which are many, many things, we just don't notice them. We like let the eating disorder override that, like top that, like the card analogy before, whatever that game is, probably poker. And yeah, it's like this tops this, ace tops that, blah blah. Eating disorder tops everything else. And so really, if you're just walking along the street and you notice a color of a building that you like, note that, write it down if you have to, like compile a list of data that define you in according to your likes, your interests, your personality, the people that are important to you, the TV shows that you like, the theater that you like, the songs that you like, music, huge. You gotta think about what kind of music you like. That is the purest thing, because once you align yourself and identify with music, there's no escaping that you have that you're a real person. There's like no escaping that you have that there's something there other than an eating disorder. That's pure feeling. That's the stuff that you should probably keep trying to connect with, because that's going to get the actual stuff out, which is going to be painful at times. But there's also very positive and happy music and floaty music and bouncy music, and so there's a variety of feelings to connect to, and they all come from you. The music is just a reflection. It's just extracting and exuding things from you that are already there. But if you really need evidence, if you really need like ways to identify things to like about yourself, listen to music and think about, what do I like, why do I like this song, and right off the bat that's going to say something about you and only you, because nobody is going to have the exact same opinion and feeling and reaction to a particular song as you do. And so right there, you're real, you can have a healthy sense of self-esteem. You are a valuable person in this world, and you are worthy of having likes, dislikes, opinions. You're worthy of relating. You are worthy of stimulating conversation, everything. Also think about what games you liked as a child. That's another piece of it. That's also very pure. Okay, and what rides you like at an amusement park. And just connect to that stuff that makes you feel alive and makes you feel like worth having a presence. So, okay, that's it for this week. Have a great week and see you next Saturday. Take care.